All right, welcome to the All Ball podcast. My name is Jonas, and my co-host Layla over there, and we're here with Abraham Mendoza from the Greenwood soccer team. So, this season, me and Layla were there for majority of the games. What were the experiences like? Viewing from the bench and then also like playing on the field.
Both as a player and a viewer, it was really fascinating to be both because as a player, I made a lot of improvements, not only individually, but with my teammates as well. And it was just fun every single game, knowing every game was just new.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I think we saw a lot of exciting moments, but then like there were moments where you guys just felt like completely down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was nice seeing how everybody did out on the field, and it was fun to be with all your friends and take photos and capture those moments.
Yeah, like being at those games, there was a lot of interesting things we saw, and we took a lot of photos. But I think there are just some things that we like taking pictures of more. Like what was that for you, considering that you went to do it for the basketball team?
When I took photos for basketball, the most interesting thing to capture, I would definitely say was emotion, because every photo was different that I captured, depending on the player I took pictures of, or even players in a photo. It was just unique every single time I took a picture.
Yeah, I think for me it was more of just players running down in the field every time they had a good stop or a good run offensively.
Yeah, for me, when I took photos, I liked to get the shots of people making a goal and just associating with their team and just getting those moments.
Yeah, there's just moments where people had struggled throughout the game and season. So what was the most difficult thing in that team for you to overcome?
The most difficult thing during season was definitely the way you felt mentally, because the stress that practice and games had on you was pretty heavy. But one important thing that helped me throughout was definitely just attitude and almost forcing a positive view on yourself so that you can get through it.
Yeah, I think we saw some improvement from the team. And which game was the most entertaining, in your opinion?
In my opinion, the most entertaining game of the season, I would say, was definitely the first game of the season, actually, which it was us against Perry. The score ended up being 2-1. And the reason it was so entertaining was because Perry has always been a very expected competition of the year. And this time of season, when we won, during the goals that we had, you could actually just feel the rush in your stomach with how exciting the game was.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think it was against Roncalli, but you guys had a good run against them towards the end, and there was a lot of far distance goals that I saw being scored, and the energy was intense.
Yeah, for me, the most interesting game was definitely the Indian Creek versus Greenwood game, because it was senior night, and the student section was super big, so it was just nice seeing everybody cheering the team on, and it was nice seeing who was going to win.
Yeah, I know since there was a lot of struggles in that team, especially JV and varsity, some conflicts. What helped you progress through the season?
One thing that helped me progress through the season was being just focused in general, which may seem like common sense, but throughout the season I picked up that if you stayed really focused and genuinely just trying as hard as you can, it really had an impact on your practice and game especially.
Yeah, well, that's all the time we have. Thank you for tuning into our podcast, and we'll see you